Hello, everyone. Enough people miss this about gratitude. The thing is that you can easily be in a different position that you're currently in. And most likely, there's something positive that you're currently in, as far as it can be any situation. It could be economic situation, it could be health, it could just be the opportunities that you have currently as well as in front of you. Now, in all walks of life, you will come across individuals that are in dire situations than you. Thus, the cliche, it can always be worse. And that is true, it can always be worse. And that's what people miss about gratitude. Um, people have a car and they're upset that it's not the best car or the top model car. But what they don't understand is that current car that they have, though it may not be to their liking, it trumps walking. It trumps having to get on the train, especially if you live in a major city, or having to wait on the bus. Because it could always be worse. Like, you could not have no car. And then you would have to resort to taking a bus. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what if the bus doesn't run when you get off work, per se, for example? And when you need to get to somewhere and you have to wait. Yeah, you have Lyft, you have Uber. But even then, what if you order an Uber or a Lyft and the driver gets to you and halfway there, they cancel? Or even worse, they're right up the block from you and they cancel. Again, enough people miss the opportunity about gratitude. I think the reason being is because people feel entitled. A lot of people in the West, let me retract that statement. Enough people in the West, they feel entitled. They feel as though things that take work should just be given to them. That's why you hear people use language such as I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. Okay, true, true. But how can you deserve if something is given? Everything is given. That's where gratitude comes in. See, if you have enough gratitude, you will never find yourself saying you deserve, excuse me. And the main reason is because you put in the work, and everything that you have is because you earn, no matter how minute or how major. Since you put in the work and you went through the process, the sweat and the tears, the long hours, the working for results when it seemed like it was only occurring inch by inch or every other day. Enough people miss this about gratitude, that their current situation or the situation that they're about to walk into from the work that they put in, it can vacate at any time due to life happening or just due to circumstance. You can go to being a person that was employed or being a business owner to the next quarter, your business can go under. The next quarter, your company can let you go. Now, depending on how you're wired mentally, that is just a minor setback. Reason being, you already planned for that. But again, if you're entitled, then those tribal people will miss gratitude. I mean, how could you be grateful about anything when you feel as though it's owed to you? Like, well, hey, because I did this, or I know this person, or I look like this, hey, I don't have to do much work. And that is what some people believe. And sadly, that is far from the case. And I'll use myself for example. Most things in life, I show gratitude. I know everything that I obtain, it will be due for me being appreciative, for me taking the steps, for me enjoying the process. But if got to the point where I just felt entitled, then I would get nothing. Why? Because I didn't put no effort out there. There's no way I can put low effort and get major output, major rewards, major accomplishments. And I know it may be some of you all out there that say, well, you can just pray about it. God got you. Okay. But God also said, if you don't work, you do not eat. And I'm from the school of thought, you can pray all day long to whatever God you want to. But if you do not put in that work, you will not get no changes. Those are just the facts. I know your feelings may be hurt. It may even be disappointed, but that's just part of the nature. If you've been living life long enough, you understand that life can care less about your feelings. It's things that have to be done, and if they have to be done, you get them done. Because the byproduct is that is you have gratitude. You're appreciative. You don't look down on no one. And you also don't put no one on no pedestal because you know, in most instances, if someone reached a certain plight or achieved a certain goal, that's because they put in the work. Plain and simple. And another major thing was that they were grateful. But when people are not grateful and they feel as though all they have to do is show up and it's going to get handed out, the only time you get things handed out to you is when you go into an event sponsored by a nonprofit organization. And there's other cases where businesses will give out some things, but it's always with the catch. Because businesses, it's all about their bottom line. But we already know this. So I just wanted to bring you all this video today. I'd like to thank you all for watching and listening. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.